All right. So I am doing this as a bit of a test to see how well I can multitask. And I am playing around with running this timer and kind of just getting everything set up. I'm going to turn this audio down just a little bit because it's kind of headphones up so loud. Okay. Anyways, so let's see.
I take a long elevator ride to the surface and make a few calls to get some help. It's a pretty good time to reflect on all that's happened. It's obvious to me that Margaret injected me for a reason. She knew the man I'd become over the last 7 years had become too treacherous to trust anymore.
Wait,
and she was right. That night of the injection, I must...
Into the game. Okay. Well, that's embarrassing. So,
I take a long elevator ride to the surface and make a few calls to get some... I take a long elevator ride...
This is really annoying. I don't know why it's not letting me... I don't get why it's just auto-loading my last save. It's kind of frustrating. Oh, I guess... Okay. Just click that. Casual mode while using flashlights for his Okay, interesting. Get some practice with this one. Okay, so rearrange. Man, there's so much stuff you gotta like kind of keep track of. Okay, that's good. So, okay, so if I click on play.
Where am I? Is this a dream?
Not quite, Murphy.
Then you're the big PI in the sky?
That's right, Murphy. But now is not the time for you to be here.
Yeah, damn it. Thought I could be tricky and do two things at once.
There is a vast and malignant evil at work on the earth, and fate, for some reason that even I cannot fathom, has chosen you to oppose it.
But why me?
I'm no more thrilled about it than you are.
Sounds like James Earl Jones.
Nevertheless, your fate has been decided.
That would be pretty funny. It took so long playing this game. I like don't remember any of this. I think I started it sometime last year.
name's Tex Murphy. I'm a small-time private investigator in the big city of New San Francisco. My office isn't in the
like to
glamour
think that,
business.
like,
It's in the run-down, mutant part of the city, close to Coit Tower. A place they've been refurbishing for years, but it never seems to improve. Not exactly great for business,
like,
but it holds a
doesn't look
strange
too
attraction
bad
for me.
that close to
I've
Coit
cracked some
Tower.
pretty big cases over the years. You may even heard
But
of
yeah,
them.
I love that, like,
I don't
this is
do much
only 30 years in the
investigating
future and they've got, like, flying
These
cars
days,
and stuff.
I'm known
And
for
it's
being
almost
the man
like
who gets
there's a
things
separate
done, no
timeline
matter what
where
the cost.
the future that
job
they
that
predicted
pays?
in, like, the
I'll do it.
50s
No
and, like, the old
questions
sci-fi
asked.
movies actually, like, came to pass. And,
Can't
like,
really
this
remember
is
why
what
I
it looks
became
like.
a PI. Maybe I was drawn to the romance, adventure, and independence it offered. Or maybe because I believed in its code of honor. That a man can remain untarnished as others sink into a cesspool of lies, corruption, and greed. A man better than the world around him.
Yeah, this game is just so ridiculous. I love it. I miss these old FMV games, like that they had on like the Sega CD and early, like, you know, those kind of like mid '90s PC games, like Phantasmagoria. That was a good one. It's so corny, and I just love it so much. I want to play more of these games.
But even a set of principles can slowly slip from your grasp. The world has a way of beating you into submission. Circumstances change. The guilty aren't always punished.
No, they aren't.
Temptations become obsessions, and love can be violently taken, leaving you empty and hollow. Each day, innocence fades, and your character weakens.
Yeah.
And that's not all at once, but a piece at a time until you can't be put back together again. You finally realize the only way to get ahead in this world is to make sure you're on the winning side, and then do anything you can to stay alive. I don't know
Yeah,
why I'm so
Tex knows
reflective
what's up.
tonight. Maybe I finally crossed the Rubicon, but that's not true either. I passed that sign miles back and didn't even pause to take a picture. Maybe I just feel extra guilty tonight for what I'm about to do.
Oh shit, what are you about to do, Tex? I gotta say, I don't know about this mutant part
There was a
of
time
like
when
San
I would have
Francisco,
never agreed
but
to do something this despicable.
if a half
I can't explain why I do this.
if a half-assed deadbeat private eye can afford an office space and a fancy flying car, can't be too. I mean, I don't know. I'll take however bad it is if you can afford all that here. City's expensive, is what I'm saying. Yeah, that I'm guessing you really have to skip cutscenes if you're gonna do like an actual speed run of this game. But whatever, we're having fun, just fucking around.
I don't care. Drag him into the speeder. Look, the top window. I think we got him. Let's get out of here.
Hey, you, over here! Finally!
Siri had an
What was all that
attitude.
commotion outside anyway? Howza, you really got a hit on the head. Remember me, your old pal Huck? Seriously, you look clueless.
Who or what are you?
Geez, how hard did you hit your head? Well, let me reintroduce myself. I'm your Smart Alex, your personal assistant, version 1.5,
Wow.
fashioned 3 years ago in a factory with truly horrible
Keep
working
telling myself
conditions
I'm not gonna
you
eat the
don't
whole bar
want
of
to know.
chocolate.
I'm your
I'm gonna
trusty
eat the whole
Tex
bar of
Avery
chocolate.
sidekick, whose
I don't know
primary
how I feel
functions
about
include travel agent, inventory tracking and analysis, investigative advice, case notes, and I'm also a confidant and a best buddy, you gigantic oaf. Remember?
Not really.
Would you like a tutorial on my usage?
You have a fax. You have a fax.
Oh boy, thanks. It's a note from my old friend Archie Ellis. Apparently he's out of town doing some research. When he returns, I'll need to ask him about the case we're working on. Well, it's another... My friend Louie runs the Brew and Stew, and this is his personal brand of coffee. I gotta say, it packs a wallop.
Yeah, I guess, like, more familiar with the game. The rest of this kind of stuff you have to do.
Maltese Falcon? I don't remember picking up this little souvenir. How long was I knocked out? Enigma. Sounds like the... Blue's always useful. No messages on the vid file. PI rules are for sissies. I've been able to achieve a certain level of success ignoring all the rules of my business. On Saturday nights, I push the furniture to the walls and cut loose on the dance floor. Oh, my decode. The resort sounds like an upscale condo community. Definitely not something I'm interested in. Whoa, this melted chocolate bar has been in here for a while.
Speaking of chocolate bars.
Chocolate always reminds me of Clint, one of the residents at Chandler Avenue.
This isn't a good time for a social call, pump. If I don't get her fixed soon, I'll go insane. Doré me paso lato.
What do you mean, go insane? Seems to me you're already there.
How do you get lost before I eat that chocolate-colored hat of yours?
So wacky.
Sometimes, I wish I had a talking gumball machine as my wacky sidekick. Looks like somebody's wiped my computer clean.
Okay.
So, it wasn't a horrible dream. There are gun-shell casings and a shot-out window above the electronics shop. I know I'm involved, but how?
But how indeed?
I should investigate the area and then find out if anybody else heard the commotion.
Just like a good detective.
Chelsea's newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea. This photo was taken from the top floor of the electronics shop. Who's over there spying on me? It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention. I have the strangest feeling this is related to a case I was working on.
He's injected himself. I don't care. Drag him into the speeder.
I think someone was getting abducted.
I can't do anything with a noodle cup.
Where is he? He's up at the window.
I'm very disappointed I can't pick this up.
Someone was shooting from the top of the electronics shop.
Where's he shooting from? Look, the top window. He just shut out our headlight.
I remember speeder headlights coming down the alleyway. Motor oil, the secret ingredient to Louie's Armageddon blend. Louie's usually up at this time. I should ask him if he heard anything. Mike and Ike Hammer. Murder, my sweet.
It's a pun.
Sounds like there's something scary in the sewers. If a bell is on the front desk, I could ring it and talk to the clerk. Heck, Malden. That buffoon always got credit for cases I solved.
Looks like Louie at the Brew and Stew is preparing to open up shop. You should go talk to him. Maybe he heard something.
I'm here to see my pal Louie, but I see a pretty brunette at the counter. I have the feeling she recognizes me, but I have no idea who she is.
Well, hello, stranger.
This totally feels like a dream.
That has got to be the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Just for that, I'm gonna get you some coffee.
I love these like dialogue options. Like I have no idea what any of these are. Metaphor or less? Sure.
Sure. I like it like my heart.
Black?
Yeah.
Is that blood? Ow! Oh, hush. Been out picking fights again?
Maybe we should introduce ourselves.
You do, huh? In the mood for a little role-playing? Who do you think you are? Mr. Tall, blonde, and bloodied.
Stranger danger.
You seem to know who I am. Who are you?
I'm Taylor, and I'll be your nurse. I recommend 2 aspirin and lots of bed rest. Maybe all afternoon long.
You know, it's so weird because it's almost like we already know each other.
Now you're getting it. Now if I can just teach you to start calling me. Oh, geez, I'm late. I got a new extension at work. I'll send it to your smart Alex. Please, go see Dr. Donahue at the North Hill Clinic. Call me after and tell me what she says about that noggin of yours. See you, Uncle Louie.
See you, Taylor.
Moif! With a
Mr.
shiny
Murphy,
door.
what are you doing here?
Mr. Murphy. Come on, Louie. What happened to Moith?
Is there something I can do for you? Because if not, I got stuff to do in the back.
Why are you acting mad at me?
You know why. You drunk again? I told you. You ain't allowed in here. You've been drinking.
I had a few drinks last night at the Golden Pagoda, but I wasn't drunk.
What happened to your head?
I don't know. I woke up on the fire escape. I go into my apartment and everything is different. The street, Chelsea's newsstand, you. Everything is completely different. I mean, I don't know whether I'm tripping here or having a bad dream or something.
What's the last thing you remember before you woke up?
I don't know.
These
Something with
characters are
Chelsea.
so cheap.
Chelsea? What day do you think it is? No, hold on. What year do you think it is?
What year? Are you serious? It's 2043.
Oh, jeez. Look at that calendar. Over there, on the fridge.
2050. What the hell's going on here? Last night, Chelsea and I went to the Golden Pagoda. I think the wedding was very, very attractive.
Oh no!
What? It's me.
Look, somebody has stolen our car. I mean, here I am, my speeder's stolen out here. I'm sitting on a great. God, that was hot!
Oi! Would you guys like a lift to the cop shop?
No, we'll walk.
He's really just trying to do us a favor.
Chelsea, I have a really bad feeling about this. It's like some sort of deja vu.
So funny looking at the young Murph.
The most exotic and exquisite exhibit of
Who's your mate?
Oh, that's Tex. He's having a very bad day.
That true, Tex?
Oh no, everything's just going peachy.
Well, things could get worse, huh?
He shot me. He shot both of us. He shot me. There's nothing. Why isn't there anything?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Mike. It wasn't last night. It was 7 years ago.
What the hell is that?
Looks like you got injected with something.
Just randomly looks at his arm.
Maybe that's what's messing with your head. Or maybe it's that goose egg. Either way, buddy, you gotta see a doctor.
What about Chelsea? Where is she? I mean, is she okay?
You said to never say nothing about her. Never again.
Louis, I don't know what kind of bastard I turned into over these last 7 years, but this is me, Tex. You've got to tell me where Chelsea is. Louis, please tell me.
That night, you and Chelsea just disappeared. You showed up a few weeks later. You couldn't remember nothing then neither. But Chelsea, she never showed up.
This like crazy mole thing. Like, what happened to this poor guy?
This is too much for me to get my head around. All I want to do right now is find out what happened to Chelsea. The cops have to have a file on this. I gotta get down there and talk to them.
You shouldn't be driving in your condition. I'll call you a cab. It sure is good to have the old mice back.
Mice?
I don't want to get all mushy, but I missed you, Mike.
What's with that lighting? Is there a fire?
We don't get too much of that stuff around here anymore. Cops have been good about cleaning things up. I got no idea who would have been doing the
It's like
shooting
everything is like very
or getting
paint
taken.
It's very exaggerated.
Clint's done a real nice
What you need
job,
for
don't you
something like
think?
this? I mean, let's be honest.
Good to see the neighborhood getting fixed up.
Yeah. It's not bad.
I don't got a ladder. You might want to check at the Golden Gate Hotel. They've been doing a bunch of renovations.
See the whole people.
I like that Archie fella. Real friendly. Don't always understand what he's talking about, but hey, different strokes for different folks, right?
Right. That's right, Louis.
Yeah, nice to have some fresh blood here on Chandler Avenue. Not really the kind of place I do a lot of shopping at, but some folks seem to like it fine.
It's not.
You know, I love Chelsea like she was my own daughter. I still miss her, even after all this time. I forget. You don't remember nothing about Taylor. She works for the Bay City Mirror, does a lot of investigations, and she's a real peach. Sweet, smart, funny. Yeah, I wasn't too happy that you and her was spending time together, but maybe she was seeing through all that tough guy stuff. She's good that way. Oh, me? I'm just the same as always. Just a little less of me than I used to be. I wish I could tell you everything you can't remember, but I don't know much. You and Chelsea went missing, and then you showed up out of nowhere a few weeks later. A couple of days after, you was gone again. I only saw you a few times after that. A couple of years went by, and then you came back, and something bad had happened to you. I don't know what, but it made you hard and mean, and you just got worse. Got to where I didn't even want you around anymore.
No, Louis, say it ain't so.
I can't go to the North Hill Clinic. Not now. I need to investigate the crime scene to find out what happened before the police arrive. That's an empty vial. Lead pipes are always magically drawn to my skull like moths to the flame.
Just fucking. Those things still hurt. Yeah, he's a shapeshifter. Why not? That was so brutal.
Wow, this place really has been renovated. I guess that dumbbell Ardo must have come into some money. But as I walk to the counter, I suspect this place is under new management.
Welcome to the Golden Gate Hotel. How can I help you? Mr. Murphy?
Last I heard, this place was condemned as a fire trap. When'd you reopen?
Just a few months ago. It's part of the Mutant Neighborhoods Renewal Initiative. Well, they just start recognizing us holograms.
It's very impressive. Nice to have some class around the joint. But you can drop the Mr. Murphy thing. Call me Tex.
No, thank you. The last time I tried that, you were all...
I'm a professional and should be treated as such.
For some self-righteous baloney like that. Management heard about it and I didn't get any time off for a month.
Well, I don't meet many button-activated women, although it'd be a great optional feature.
Wow.
What's your name?
You know very well who I am. Holly Graham. Cute, right? You tangibles just can't resist a pun.
Damn.
So what's with that sign? Holograms are people too.
So you can read. It's for the hologram rights movement.
I hate to tell you this, but holograms aren't people. And I ought to know because I've dated a few.
That's exactly what they used to say about minorities, women, and mutants. It's our turn now. I'm officially on strike.
Well, more battery power to you.
What an asshole.
Really? You're the last person I thought I'd hear that from. Everyone in this neighborhood's afraid of you, you know.
I think your file on me might be corrupted. Mind if I ask a few diagnostic questions?
Sure, though I should warn you, I don't get out much. Now that I know you support the hologram rights movement, I may have to reevaluate my opinion of you. I heard gunshots, and then the speeder came flying out and took off. Well, it's no Golden Gate Hotel, is it?
Well,
We keep everything like that over at the Snow White warehouse. I think he came in one time with Mojo, the kid from the barbecue place. It was awkward. Taylor's my
Doesn't sound
bestie, my real friend. I don't know what she's doing with you. The nicest tangible I've ever met. Oh, you know me. Just a hologram. Here to serve my tangible oppressors.
tell it, sister.
I've heard they keep a key or something to get inside the warehouse by the door.
I should look around the hotel lobby and see if there's anything here that could help me out. I'm surprised people still read newspapers, but admittedly, they bring a nice nostalgia. When visiting Salt Lake, it's a key to a lockbox. Well, hopefully, ballroom renovations include installing an actual ball pit. Only guests of this hotel are allowed entrance through here. Huh, it's a bottle of stupid. Whoa, it's a picture of me at my office. Someone's been spying on me from the top floor of the electronics shop. It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention. I have the strangest feeling this is related to a case I was working on. It's a key to a lockbox.
I'm pretty sure every one of your cases involves the Snow White warehouse somehow.
What do we got here? It's like instructions. What do we got here? It's like instructions to get into the Snow White warehouse.
268.
Yeah, needs a key.
No. Is it 4268?
Wow, is this still here? I used this to deal with a cunning criminal on my Under a Killing Moon case who had a bad case of bozophobia.
That is some great hair. Maybe 2050, but...
Ooh, it's me, Rusty Kids, and I'm here Mommy's come back!
I heard he had my name tattooed on his knuckles, and he wants to show me firsthand when he gets out of prison. I'm not really looking forward to that.
Hey, there's a ladder.
Amateur. Looks like an interesting read. Now that I have a ladder, I can get into the second floor of the electronics shop.
Yeah, just kind of knowing like where things are and like kind of the general flow of the game. I feel like just getting this far last time took me a lot longer.
Nice ladder. That was a waste of time. Well, that was stupid.
I'm no detective, but you need to find a way to get up to...
Yeah, like the thing I've been...
And it's a damn shame. This guy was working diligently to get a free sub at Inspector Burns' barbecue. Someone's been spying... Well, someone's been living up here.
This thing work. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay, up here, there. What is wrong with me? Okay. I might just be too tired for this right now. This is ridiculous. Okay.
Don't shoot.
Graham crackers. That sounds so good right now. Yeah, so that other guy would have already been towards the end of the game by now. Okay, he's got the speed run record. But he'd also be skipping all the cutscenes, so. Which, honestly, no one's watching. Very good for some of
Following our first lead, and we get ourselves caught in a laser net. All in a day's work, right?
Smart Alex had a point, but I wasn't going to let him have the satisfaction of knowing so. There was one good thing about spending hours stuck in a laser net. You got time to think. Who is this guy? Who killed him? And what kind of surveillance was he doing right across from my apartment? And what's in the metal canister? Have 7 years really passed without me remembering it? Is it related to my head injury or the injection mark on my arm?
It's kind of like, I always forget that guy's name.
Is he dead?
Well, I think you missed a hell of a party.
Party?
Yeah, you're here in time for the laser show.
Robert Patrick.
I wouldn't do that. I was here to meet Carlos Maldonado. Is that you? Or him?
Look, I just stumbled onto this little nightmare, and I need to find out who this guy was and what he was doing. I'm a PI, and I assume this guy is Maldonado. My name's Murphy. Who are you?
Mason said Maldonado was a PI. Were you working with Mason too?
I'll be honest. I don't know if I was working for Mason or not. Actually, I'm having severe memory problems here, so anything you can tell me about Maldonado or Mason or what's in the cryo chamber here would be greatly appreciated.
Why would a guy who's got you trapped?
I think I set off an alarm when I came in here. I don't usually do this kind of thing. I was just trying to help Mason. He said, come in here, find the PI, get the cryo chamber, and keep it safe.
Hey, I found that first.
Slow learner. You have to find Mason. I think he's in big trouble with bad people. I don't know why. He's a neurologist, for God's sake. But you have to promise me that if I let you go, you won't come after me. You'll find Mason.
Oh, I promise. My fingers are so frozen I can't cross them.
If your memory problems are part of all this, Mason is the only one who can help you. So you need to find him and bring him back safe just as much as I do. I'll be in contact soon.
How?
Man, those cops are getting close, but I don't want to leave this place without a tough break, hombre. That might come in handy.
Strictly speaking, I would never encourage anyone to break the law, but those sirens are getting awfully close, and a life sentence for a machine can last a very long time. So move!
This SOB's been living up here, watching my every move. Not even one crate of mixers. This guy was hardcore. Tough break, hombre.
Just walk right through the wall.
business card from a rival detective? What the hell? As I try to make my great escape down the ladder, I find two officials waiting to greet me.
Hello, boys.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy, what were you doing in there?
Well, it's a little hard to Oh, you know the drill.
I was really trying to get my hands on that surveillance.
Hey, do you have a black shirt and a couple hours free?
Exactly
yeah, you
what
want to be in a fucking video game?
Now the
cool.
only way I'll find it is if New San Francisco's finest decides to play ball with me. I don't know why they'd start now, but I'd better polish up on the old Murphy charm.
Whether you're a mutant or a norm, San Francisco is our home. Be a part of the solution to crime. If you see something suspicious, please report it to the SFPD immediately.
Make it quick, Murphy. I got about a million things to do, and wasting time on you ain't one of them.
Didn't take you long to get in trouble, did it? You here to turn yourself in?
Legit sad I was not on this Kickstarter. I can get my picture in the damn game.
Well, first of all, no. And second of all, Danwich, you know me. You didn't have to send your goons down to get me. If you wanted me to come down, just ask me.
I'm surprised you remember me.
Danwich? Are you kidding me? Rhymes with manwich? And manwiches are unbelievably delicious.
In case you didn't get the memo, I head up the department now. And things aren't as loosey-goosey as they were under Malden.
Oh-ho.
Well, I hope you're more helpful than he used to be. Look, I know this is gonna sound pretty crazy, but hear me out. This morning, I wake up with a massive head injury and an injection mark on my arm. No idea how I got either one of it. Then I talk to a few people, I find out I can't remember anything over the last 7 years.
You're right, it does sound crazy. But, go on.
Thing of it is, my last memory is of me and my lady friend getting shot.
Your lady friend, that was, Chelsea Bando?
Yeah. How do you know that?
I know your burned-out speeder was found a few weeks later with Miss Bando's DNA inside of it.
Fuck.
It is true.
Oh my god. I have to wake up so early in the morning.
She's dead?
We closed the case. Though a few of us thought something didn't feel quite right about it.
What do you mean?
Well, the scene was too staged. But I'm not saying Chelsea isn't dead. The last time anyone saw her was with you at the Golden Pagoda.
What are you saying? I was a suspect?
You were, in fact. I'd have to look at the case. You were cleared at some point.
Can I look at the case files?
Now, you know you can't, so don't even ask. Look, Murphy, I feel for you.
Well,
but it was a long time ago. Chelsea was pronounced legally dead, and there's no evidence to believe otherwise. I don't know what else I can tell you.
Did you ever catch the guy who shot us?
No arrest. Somebody high up on the chain locked that case down and threw away the key. Even if I wanted to see the file, I'd have to pull some strings.
What can you do to help me out here? I mean, until I see something or get some information, I'm just not going to be able to believe that Chelsea's gone.
I'm sorry, Murphy, I really am.
Splitter.
If you can find me some new clues on the case, I'll do what I can to get it reopened. And that's the best I can do for you. Good luck.
No. I don't believe it. My gut tells me she's still alive. But I'll find out one way or the other.
Who are you looking at?
So why is it you think I came down here to turn myself in?
Well, we just found you at a crime scene with a dead body. That dead body happens to be Carlos Maldonado, a PI working the same neighborhood as you. Is that your way of intimidating the competition?
Seems a little extreme to me.
Flyers and discount coupons have always worked much better for me.
I was just reviewing your file when you came in.
Is that a lot? Because it looks like a lot.
August 2047. Beek Nerez, NSFPD informant. Beaten and hospitalized after providing information about Tex Murphy. Nerez refuses to identify his assailant. No charges ever filed. November 2048. Surveillance video shows suspected extortionist Jen Lee leaving the Golden Pagoda with Tex Murphy, never to be seen again. The case remains unsolved. Shall I go on? In the past few years, you've gained quite a reputation for yourself. You've got New San Francisco's criminal underbelly running scared.
I can honestly say that I have absolutely no memory of any of these crimes. I mean, I'll take a polygraph test if you want.
We arrest criminals so they could be tried in a court of law. We don't just kill them, and I won't tolerate vigilantism. If you didn't kill Maldonado, what were you doing there?
Well, I'm drawn to laser nets like a moth to the flame. I followed the trail and saw that Maldonado had surveillance equipment aimed at my office. I want to find out what he recorded.
Who cares what he recorded? If you're such an upstanding citizen, you've got nothing to hide,
It's a
right?
bad take there, officer.
Yeah, right. You're not going to check inside my toilet tank, are you?
I don't even think you're joking about that. You're free to go, Murphy. For now. Any questions?
Why, yes. Let me ask you all these
I'm
things.
not sure what to think of you, Murphy. I have no evidence of an abduction. Just a dead body and only one person of interest. It might be in your best interest if you could find out what happened. That whole neighborhood seems to attract more than its fair share of trouble. As far as the coroner and the commissioner were concerned, finding Chelsea's remains in your speeder were enough to pronounce her legally dead. She's an investigative reporter at the Bay City Mirror, one of the less obnoxious ones.
Oh.
I know Maldonado was a dirtbag, but unless it's in self-defense, killing somebody, even a dirtbag, is a crime and will be prosecuted. I'm not allowed to let you see it.
Well, that's just great. A lot of help you've been.
That encrypted memory stick probably has some useful information on it.
Oh, great advice. If you could help me break it, then I'd be impressed. Guess I'll have to see if anyone else on the street can break it for me.
Alright, let's see it. Quit. Yep. You have... Oh, okay, that's the reason why. No. That's why I was messing up. Okay, so that was fun. A little bit of practice, just running the show. I can see why it's hard. You know, it's not the easiest thing to build up an audience and navigate everything. So, anyways, what is this? Steam markers are now available on your mobile dashboard. Save timestamps and add descriptions in one tap. Neat. Anyways, I am going to cut the stream now. If you happen to watch this, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed watching me fart around in Tex Avery, the Tesla effect. If you didn't watch this, hope you had a great time doing something else. See you next time in 6 months or so. I gotta get more regular. That's what my doctor said.